But if you close your eyes,
what is up, guys? I am Warpath, and I'm back again today with more Oxygen Not Included. And we are pretty much doing just fine. And honestly, I'm kind of happy where I'm at on this right now, because we're at cycle 71. If we take a look, our stress levels are basically non-existent. It's great. We are just about to enter the next phase of our grand master plan, which is going to be, of course, melting all of this fun stuff into some good old water for us. And then we will be looking at ways to essentially create oxygen limitlessly. That's going to be the real big step, I think. I'm not exactly sure how we plan on doing it. I imagine that we can... I mean, there's tons of algae up here, and we're definitely going to be going to get all of that at some point, and that's going to help out with it quite a bit. Some more algae over here, this polluted water. Like, I mean, if we look at it, there's quite a lot of water. The problem is, I'm just wondering how long we can wait before we really need to go for all of this stuff here. So as we can see, this is going to be our main drain system here, and we're pretty much going to have to pipe everything into here, and in order to do that, we're going to need tons and tons of resources. We're going to have to expand out and go further and dig deeper, and at what point do you get too far away from your base to actually sustain, like, you won't be able to get all of the resources that you need. It's kind of what I'm imagining happen in the long-term future if this game, if we, manage to survive that long. However, it looks like Bonnie is probably not going to, because she's always stressed out. But yeah, we'll see. So it looks like this is all done here, which is great. One thing I do want to do, though, we need to make a mesh tile for pretty much all of this. Can I just go over it? Yeah, that's good. So we're going to cancel those two. We're going to create mesh here, because what I want to do is I'm going to create this into a draining system. Ooh, that's the vacuum, isn't it? Oh man, I think we're going to have to break into it regardless of what we do. We're going to cancel this for right now. Just because I want to start getting it a little bit set up before we go too crazy. And actually what I can do, I can just go like right here. We're going to miss out on some of this stuff, and it'll turn into water still down here, which is fine. But I think, yeah, this is ice, so I mean this is going to get melted anyway, isn't it? Yeah. That's okay. We can go ahead and we'll actually just... we'll just wall it up right now. Let's do it. Yeah, that way we'll limit what happens. Go up to there. I think that'll be fine. This is all a vacuum here too, so as we kind of melt some of this stuff around here, it's definitely going to become more of an issue as far as the vacuums go and everything else. Let's make sure we've got enough stuff and things to eat. Oops, we don't need 4. We'll do 3. That'll give us 8,000. I'm waiting for the day when we run out of food again somehow magically, but it'll be alright. So yeah, once we get all of that done, the next step is really going to be creating... well, first off, let's put an airlock right here, just like that. And then we're going to be creating tons and tons of batteries here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the coal generator right here, I think. So you know what, let's just go ahead and do that now. We'll put the coal generator right there. And then the battery's kind of along here. And the reason for that is because I want them to essentially be able to just walk in there, put the coal in, and get out. I don't want them to be in this area any longer than I need them to be. And the reason for all this mesh tiling, by the way, is so that all this water, when it melts, can drain down into what's going to be a drain down here. We'll deconstruct this because I want to put in a ladder system going to here, and then this will all be tiling down to here. So we can just go straight across like that, and we're gonna turn this all into. Wait, what? No, I said like that. We're gonna turn this into a drain right here. That way, the melting water that's gonna come from like all of this stuff here is gonna drain right into here. Don't need any more duplicates, thanks. See ya, all of ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya. They're finally doing some of this stuff too, which is nice. I've kind of been waiting on them to do that for a little while. I wonder how our oxygen sitch is going on down here. I'm actually gonna prioritize this up a little bit because I want the contaminated oxygen to get killed immediately if we can. I wish there was a way to kind of see it because there's really not. And we're kind of lacking on the oxygen production. And again, I don't want to have to use more algae if I don't have to. So, all the stuff you guys know though, if you've been watching my current playthroughs. That's unreachable up there. We can leave it for now. All of this stuff should melt. This granite won't, but everything else should melt kind of around it. And we'll be able to... I'll tell you what though. We'll get that built up to like there. That way we don't have any problem. And then... what do we want to put here? I'm actually going to put a storage compactor right there. Why can't that be built? Anyways, we'll put a storage compactor there. That way we can put all the coal that we have into it, so people can just walk in, put the coal in, store some coal in there if they need to, and be done with it. And then once that's up and running, we're actually going to get some wiring systems going like throughout this. Whoa. Whoa, cool. So you can take a look here at all of our solids. What are even in solids? Phosphorite and phosphorus? Interesting. I don't even know what that's for, but it's there, so that's good. That's kind of interesting. We have breathable gas, but it says we have 0. If we had 0, I think we'd all be dead. So that I know that's not true. We have tons and tons of coal right now, which is great. That's definitely going to allow us quite a bit of power to be going on here. And honestly, I'm gonna build just a ton of batteries over here because right now we're not gonna have the means to use all of it, and what that really means is that we're just gonna be wasting power unless we fill all of this up. So we will go ahead and we might as well just get it built, you know what I mean? What I do want to do though is make sure that this all funnels down properly. So we'll need to convert that into mesh as well. This way it should just fall straight down to the bottom here without any real problem. And then if we go up another level, we'll do mesh again through here. And we'll actually cancel that one because I will probably need to get up there. So this is going to be like a tri-story building here. So we're going to have some more batteries, I'm guessing, up here. And all the water is going to get funneled down into here. At some point, I'm imagining we're going to put a pipe down, or a pump down here, and be piping it sort of into here. That kind of stuff that we'll be looking at as far as this episode is concerned. I don't think we'll get it all done today, but we can definitely get a good jump on it, I think. We can jump start it at least a little bit. Let's take a look at our oxygen. We're really not producing any oxygen whatsoever over here, though. So, I mean, that's probably going to be an issue, I would imagine. They can breathe up here, which is nice, so they can actually get around. So I do like that fact. And our base is looking pretty nice right now. We are barely consuming more than we are generating, though, so again, that's something we're going to have to worry about. I'll turn on the algae deoxidizer when and if I need to, which I'm sure I will. And I'm willing to bet we'll be getting into some of this stuff pretty quickly because, once again, we're gonna run out. So, but for now, we don't have to worry about it too terribly much. Basically, this is kind of how the game is. Once you get into the later parts of it, it really gets to a point where you're more reacting to things rather than a lot of it can be done proactively, but it does definitely feel like a lot of it is done reactively. So when something happens, you have to react to it and create something, but you have to proactively generate like oxygen and food and stuff like that. So the core necessities to keep your people alive have to be done proactively, but the rest of the game is done reactively. It's kind of what I'm getting from this. So, I don't know. It's kind of interesting, but it definitely makes it hard for me to be like, oh, we're definitely going to be doing this today, or, you know, stuff like that. But yeah. Anyways. So, we have 7,000 calories. Let's go ahead and get... If I were to get 2 more of those, and I think that should be good for today as far as what we're going to need. And then this stuff is getting built up here. Let's go ahead and add some ladders on up here. That way it'll allow them to get up here and do their stuff. And I'll tell you what, we can even... we'll use some granite. Sounds good to me. There we go. It's weird. Anyway, we'll go ahead and go up here. We'll just add another level and just go on over. And actually, I lied. We're going to want all of this to be mesh. That way, if anything above it melts as well, it drains right down onto here. That's kind of the idea. As much as this stuff as we can melt, we really want to be melting. So that's how we're going to get it here. As you can see, our base is very warm over here, even though the surrounding area is very, very cold. That's just because of all of this stuff. It's generating heat, which in this particular case is actually great because it's keeping everyone warm while they're down here. And the same sort of thing is going to be happening right here. All this stuff's going to start melting and it's going to start flowing down. And yeah, so it'll be pretty good. I'm going to put a priority 6 on all of this build here because I do want it to get done. Hopefully during this episode. I don't think we can get it all done during this episode, but we can definitely get a good start on it. I may jump cut. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. We'll see. But yeah. Where are things at now? Let's take a look at our decor. We haven't looked at it in a while. It's looking alright. People aren't too stressed out. It's definitely something we're going to have to focus on in the future. And this guy, our morb is creating some contaminated oxygen, but our air deodorizer is actually kind of getting rid of it for us, I think. So that's a pretty good thing. I think he's helping us out, to be honest. And I like that. I'm kind of sad I killed the other morb now. I killed his friend because, you know, he was... But yeah, I thought he was dangerous. This dude, okay, he's given us so much coal. Look at all this. This is dirt. That's dirt. Well, I guess I'm a liar. We can actually uproot these. I'm keeping these mealwoods around because they're good food for us, but we can take these out. Go ahead and uproot these as well before they get killed off. Food has decayed. Great! Perfect. Wonderful. Food shortage. We get 5 of those going. Hopefully not all of our food's going to get destroyed because of this again. Always seems to happen, but yay, they're starting to build it. Woohoo! Yeah, so this is kind of the setup that I'm going to have here. Oh, great. Okay. So, new plan. Priority 7 down here. And... well, I guess it's not going to matter though, is it? It's all just going to drain in here. Yeah. I guess that's the most of it anyway, so... I guess, we'll just put it back to a 6. It's not going to make any difference now. This little bit of liquid, it's whatever. It's the way it is. So we have quite a lot of water. If you take a look up here, you can kind of see we have 303,000 kilograms of water. kilogallons. I don't think that's a thing either. So I don't know what it's all about, but hey, whatevs. Carl up here eating in the friggin' contaminated oxygen. What a guy. What a guy. Looks like they did build some of our decor things up here too, which is nice. We do have some debris down here apparently. I'm not sure what. Oh, this stuff over here, huh? Interesting. We can actually just get rid of this, can't we? We don't have any more. If we take a look, liquefiable, huh? So polluted ice, and snow. All things that are liquefiable. And this will obviously turn into water. Same as this, so that's kind of nice. Kind of cool to see. But anyway, what I was saying is if we take a look, we can see, I think it's dirt clay, no. Organic, there it is. We have no polluted dirt, so we're not even going to be using this, so we can just get rid of it, because it's basically taking away from our decor. And yeah, we don't want that. It's pretty much useless anyway. We don't have any contaminated dirt anymore, so not much point to it. We have 5,500 kilocalories. Let's go ahead and make 3 will bring us up to, well, we'll drop down, so we'll create 4 actually. That way we'll be around 7,000. I always try to keep it there. Let me just make sure that this is not, oh, it's getting a little bit close here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna get a little bit of that going. Gonna watch this, hopefully. Actually, I'll tell you what, just bam. Then we'll slow it down. And then we will turn it off. Oh boy, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad news bears. Okay, well we just drained the entire system. Because I forgot that people actually have to be like over here. Well, turn it off now, so that's great. But it's just gonna replenish itself, so it's just fine. Actually, that was good. They got rid of that, and they built this too. So now we've got like a whole big thing here, except that this doesn't flow. Oh well, whatever. It's working enough, I suppose. I'm tired of messing with this thing, to be honest. It works, and that's all that matters. I do have to be careful though how much I drain, because if I drain too much of it, the system will actually stop working, and I will have to basically pump more water in, and disasters will happen. So yeah, definitely have to be careful of it. Let's see over here. It looks like they're taking quite a while to do this. I'm probably, yeah, I'll probably do a little bit of a jump cut here, I think, until we hopefully get at least this mostly set up, and then we can maybe look at some of the wiring as well. So I'll bring you guys back for that once we do get to that point, hopefully, or something else tragic happens, like people die, and that's more likely, let's be honest. So anyways, I'll see you guys in a couple minutes here. I'll peace out. Welcome back, guys, and I am it's actually been quite a while, and this has it's still taken quite a while to get done here, so I'm just gonna kind of progress a little bit as far as what I want to do with the power situation. We're actually going to be using the heavy watt wire because this is probably going to take quite a bit of load here. And how we're going to set this up, as you can see, we kind of already have wiring going through here, but I want to kind of avoid using that if we can. First things first, we're going to draw straight across here, just like that. So all of that's going to be connected into one, and then from here we're just going to go down and through the tiling, and we're going to start by going up here and across. Yeah, I knew that was coming, so I planned ahead for it. I knew it was coming this time. And again, we're going to kind of go across here. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Stop. Oh no, I canceled all of it. No. Alright, well that's done at least. So we'll go from here we'll just kind of head down there, head down this way for now. This way, it should pretty much set us up for wherever we're going to need to go. Because for the most part, I don't really have a place for all of this stuff that I'm going to be doing, or I haven't like fully laid out everything just yet. Why is this not fabricating? I don't understand why. It seems to me that these are it doesn't work exactly like you would expect it. Like, each individual mush bar is not its own thing. Basically, it's like a group of mush bars on the ground, and one goes stale, they all go stale. So I'm not exactly sure why that's like that, but it seems to be the way it is. Our oxygen situation is actually just about at equilibrium. If you take a look here, 30.0, 30.2. If we look at our reports, it's basically, I mean, we are definitely losing some, but like I said, we can always turn on our thing as we need it. And I just looked at our algae situation, and it's terrible. We also have a ton of polluted dirt now. Where is this at? That's all okay. Alright, well, this is an issue. Why is all of our polluted? I don't understand. Well, I definitely think we're going to have some fun in the future figuring all of this out. We'll actually create one more mush bar here so we have 7,000 again. That should last us quite a while. But you can kind of take a look here. It's starting to take form for sure as far as what we want to do. Looks like she is building the next battery, which is great. This is all taking a very long time to do for some odd reason. I'm assuming it's because I have to stop and come get oxygen every now and again. So it could probably be solved by adding some more oxygen generation over here. But as you can see, like, as it stands, our algae situation is not good. So we don't need to be using more algae than we already have. And we could start using this water, which I'll probably have to do. But I kind of would like to at least have some form of reliable water system going on here. We'll see how it goes, though. What I'm probably going to do for certain is use this water to create the oxygen and try to stay away from this water as much as possible. There's not much of this water in here, but hopefully we can kind of get all of this water into here as well, and then just use it all for oxygen generation. And I haven't quite figured out how exactly I want to do that yet, because a lot of it's going to be involving using the electrolyzer in like an enclosed room where I can create just mass amounts of oxygen, and then pumping it throughout the base. So it's going to be, if we take a look here, alright, if the idea is that we create an enclosed room somewhere, I'm not sure where yet, maybe up here, I don't know. I prefer to kind of do it below if possible because oxygen flows up, so I don't know. We'll see what happens here. But basically, create an enclosed room somewhere. Let's just say here for now. That will generate with electrolyzers all the oxygen that we're going to need for our entire base. And then what we do is we pipe it out through the plumbing. We'll use our gas pump and gas filter, and we will actually pump the good oxygen. We'll filter it out, and all of the oxygen will just pump straight into our base where we need it. So like here, probably down here and here, and maybe here and here. We'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and queue up 2 more of these, and then go back to this real quick. So yeah, that's kind of the plan, and then the bad gases will actually pump out probably over here, I would imagine, kind of separate our base with a line here, and then all of the bad gases can be pumped into this half of the quote-unquote base, and then all of the good gases can be contained into here, or possibly pump them up here. We'll see more what we need to do once that time comes. But yeah, let's go ahead and real quick add to our ladder system. Really want to do it that way. Then go across here, and we'll have to get into this stuff as well too. But for now, this is really what we're gonna need to be getting. All this hot algae. So we'll be on that, and honestly, I'm gonna prioritize that above this stuff because it's just more important. Holy cow, the priority map is laggy. Look at this. Oh my gosh. But yeah, still at a 7, so we'll be okay as far as most of the other stuff goes. But let's make sure we get up there and get that stuff done because we are basically out of algae. And once that happens, we've got a little bit of stress going on here, but it's not terrible. And as far as our resources go, I think we're okay. I think for the most part, we should be able to get all of this done with the resources that we have, as far as like the wiring and everything else goes. So all of this stuff is set up. So I'll tell you what, why don't we get this turned on? Can we do that? I think we should be able to do that. Just because I want to start seeing some of this. Actually, we can't. We have to. We actually have to get all of this dug out first before we turn this stuff on, because if we turn it on before that time, I'm actually going to disable this building, because if we turn it on too soon and all this starts melting, everything's going to drain down into here, which would actually defeat the whole purpose of even having this thing. So definitely can't do that. Not just yet. But we're getting close, guys. And you kind of take a look here and see what's going on. This should be enough power for everything that we need. The way I kind of look at it is you really need about 1 coal generator per 3 people. And the more batteries you can have, the better. Just to store unused energy, basically. You want to be careful, though, because I suppose if you have too many batteries... What's wrong with this? Oh, no power consumers, that's fine. If you have too many batteries, you're actually going to overload your circuits, which is of course bad as well. So, and the other reason why I'm actually not just loading it onto this circuit here is because it will actually create a heavy load on this wiring, and truthfully this wiring is not the best. It's the basic wiring, so it's not going to hold as much. If you take a look here, this can hold 960, and this can hold over double of it. Of course it doesn't show, but it can hold 2000, and that makes a huge difference. So let's go ahead and take a look again here. At a certain point, I will of course get rid of all of this stuff, and I will probably have several manual generators going for my colonists to basically get on it and pump up these batteries as much as possible, because coal is a limited resource and we don't want to run out of it if we don't have to. But honestly, guys, that's gonna be it for today's episode. It's kind of been, it's a lot of waiting at this point, to be honest, because I mean that's just what it is. That's kind of what the game progresses to, in my opinion. There's a lot of waiting around for stuff to happen. And when it does, it's great, but it does tend to take a little while. Let's go ahead and get that going there, because she's going to have to climb down to be able to get this stuff, and we don't want her to be trapped, and then bad things happen. So they can actually get this algae too, so we're going to put a priority 7 dig on that right there, just so that they get that algae. And then it blows. Ooh, another guy up here. I wonder if he's ever going to come down and join us in our base. Probably, with our other one. I'm actually kind of happy about this guy. He makes me happy. Then we have a sweet porter going on there too, so yeah. That, wait, done already? Bonnie, get on there, jeez. That was fast. Ellie was like in and out of that thing super quick. But yeah, once this is all done, we're gonna have all of the algae we'll need for at least another little while. But yeah, like I said, guys, that's gonna be it for today's episode. If you did enjoy this, if you guys are enjoying the series, please let me know in the comments. I want to hear your feedback on this stuff. You know, this is a really fun game for me, and I hope you guys are enjoying it just as much. And as always, don't forget to hit that like button if you did enjoy this video. And if you guys are new, don't forget to subscribe. Again, helps me out so much, and it's a good way for you guys to know when I post videos. Unfortunately, they're not as regular as I would like them to be, but I try to do at least once a day. I'm trying to get to that point. So, anyways, yeah, like I said, as always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.